Hello America and welcome to Chode News Network, the place where we claim not to be biased, but we totally are biased. Some very questionable statements have recently been posted on #NotMyPresident, Donald Trump's official Twitter. Now these tweets have since been deleted, but a special technician here at CNN has confirmed that they are legitimate, and they were really posted on Donald Trump's official Twitter. They are very disturbing. Here's what one of the tweets says. Me and Malik out here blasting thoughts on site. Watch out, Latinas. This is absolutely horrifying and extremely unpresidential. Thank goodness he's not my president. Not only do these tweets incite more violence and racism, hence the blasting parts, but again we see the rampant sexism alive and well in the Trump administration, referring to women as thoughts. We're gonna go ahead and take a quick break, but stay tuned for up next, is Donald Trump Hitler reincarnated, and how a country being overtaken by white nationalism might never see it coming. All up next on CNN. You know, part of me almost feels sorry for CNN, just because they've become the butt of all jokes. The Clinton, cuck, crap, communist news network. However, I don't really feel that bad for them because CNN are liars and they're very biased, and their lies are beginning to catch up with them. So let's look back at the wonderful and glorious self-destruction of CNN. You guys all saw this one coming, right? It appears the only place CNN is winning is in the great race of fake news organizations. Not only are they completely wrong about multiple issues, but CNN is pretty biased as well. This became especially apparent during the 2016 election when CNN really did earn the title Clinton News Network. Now here's the thing. Being biased isn't necessarily a problem. I mean, every single news organization is biased and every human being is biased as well. The problem is that CNN claims they're not biased. In fact, during the election, CNN literally had the nerve to suggest that they weren't rooting for any specific candidate.
And when I say friendlier, what I mean are news outlets that have a point of view. In some cases are openly rooting for the president. We don't see CNN or the New York Times rooting for any president, whether a Democrat or Republican.
Well, I think it's fair to say that this bald-headed cuck has clearly never even watched his own network. Besides CNN's multiple pro-Hillary tweets, they were riddled with subtle bias towards Hillary Clinton during the entire election as well. Political prediction market. Clinton's odds rise again. Most see a Hillary Clinton victory. Key model predicts big election win for Clinton. How Hillary Clinton could win. Hillary Clinton will win the election, says Starbucks CEO. First off, let me just say thank you, CNN, because I really care about what Starbucks has to say about the presidential election. Wait a second. No, I don't. Actually, I just want Starbucks to get out of my face and go make me my frickin' frappe. Now, obviously not every article or every broadcast by CNN is biased. That would be completely unfair and biased of me to say. But the more I searched, the more the subtle bias became more and more apparent. For example, back in July, CNN took a little joke Trump made about Russia finding Hillary's emails and completely blew it out of proportion, editing down the clips to fit their own agenda. Here's the original clip of what Trump said, and then take a look at how CNN edited it.
What do I have to get involved with Putin for? I have nothing to do with Putin. I've never spoken to him. I don't know anything about him other than he will respect me. He doesn't respect our president. And if it is Russia, which is probably not, nobody knows who it is, but if it is Russia, it's really bad for a different reason, because it shows how little respect they have for our country when they would hack into a major party and get everything. But it would be interesting to see. I will tell you this. Russia, if you're listening, I hope you're able to find the 30,000 emails that are missing. I think you will probably be rewarded mightily by our press. Let's see if that happens. That'll be next. Yes, sir.
Okay, so Trump clearly states he's not involved with Russia, and the thing he said at the end was just a little joke to kind of mock people's stupidity for believing Russia was involved. But of course, guys, we cannot just leave it at that. No, CNN just comes hobbling on down to take the quotes completely out of context, splice it up, and make it fit their agenda. Take a look.
Florida last hour, Trump repeatedly denied any coordination, any business dealings with Russia, any reason that the Russians would be trying to help him, although he did say he thought Putin was a much stronger leader than Obama. But listen to Donald Trump here, a candidate for president of the United States. Donald Trump says right here, he hopes Russia has 33,000 emails deleted from Hillary Clinton's private email server.
Russia, if you're listening, I hope you're able to find the 30,000 emails that are missing. I think you will probably be rewarded mightily by our press.
I get the mischief factor here.
And to have a nominee say he hopes Russia has access to these, and these aren't just like play emails, these are from the State Department. I think that is extraordinary.
Then he also said this. Listen.
Russia, if you're listening, I hope you're able to find the 30,000 emails that are missing. I think you will probably be rewarded mightily by our press. Let's see if that happens. That'll be next.
It is unusual, which is a charitable way of putting
Say the
it,
least,
for a presidential candidate to call on the intelligence services of another nation to hack into American government emails. But that's what Donald Trump just did.
This was truly beyond the pale. I mean, he is encouraging Russia, which by all accounts was behind a leak of our major, one of our major political parties.
And the man who thinks he's going to be president of the United States stood in front of the world and called on Russia and Putin to hack into the emails of the former Secretary of State. I mean, it's honestly, and I know I'm partisan in this, clearly, but it's honestly almost treasonous.
Can you tell the difference? 97% of Americans say they can't. And moving on, a little bit later, CNN Money released an article titled, "A Trump Win Would Sink Stocks. What about Clinton?" But moments later, right in the article, they also admitted that a Clinton win could cause a dip as well. So why even title your article that Trump would sink stocks when in reality, both the candidates could? You just instantly state that Trump would do all the damage, but you leave Clinton up for question in your headline that's probably going to be seen by millions. Not only this, but CNN also claimed that if Trump won, stocks would drop 8%. But the opposite has actually happened. So not only was CNN completely biased, they were freaking wrong. Even other times when they were forced to admit that the stock market test was pointing to a Trump win, they continued to blab about Hillary and how Hillary Clinton was still doing good in all these places and this was just the one place Trump was winning.
Investors are saying Hillary Clinton will be the best candidate for the stock market at the moment, according to a new survey. CNN Money's Avallone joins us now. Good to see you. Tell me what this is all about.
Yes, that's right. It's not just the political polls pointing towards Hillary Clinton now. We also have the market polls. Who do you think will be the best candidate for the stock market and the economy? 60% saying Hillary Clinton, only 40% saying Trump. And also, that's double the number that were saying Hillary back in April. So really good turnout for her.
So the stocks one.
That's right.
Is now.
It's the only one that's still pointing to Donald Trump.
But it's come off its spikes.
It has a little bit. So remember, this is the one that's it's been spot on predicting since 1944, more towards Trump.
We've got 21 days left.
That's right.
Keep watching all these various
But
barometers.
the Mexican peso and gold, all those other metrics pointing towards very good for Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, there you go. Just back to Hillary. Don't worry, guys. Hillary's still doing good also. CNN was also caught lying yet again during the election when Anderson Pooper claimed that his network had never reported on Clinton accusing a victim, even though they had.
12-year-old girl of seeking the attention of older men and fantasizing about being with older men. There's audio.
Wait, we haven't corroborated any of this, so I mean, I just think you should be very.
It's widely reported. It's widely reported.
Widely reported. So is the National Enquirer. Widely reported.
We
widely
can
reported
go.
Doesn't mean anything. It's not on this network, I would point out.
Clinton wrote of the victim, "I have been informed that the complainant is emotionally unstable with a tendency to seek out older men and engage in fantasizing."
It's not just the subtle little bias in CNN that makes them unreliable, it's the fact that they get stuff wrong, sometimes intentionally. For example, back in August of 2016, CNN was exposed for editing clips to make it appear that the Milwaukee victim's sister was calling for peace when in reality, she was calling for violence. CNN was forced to apologize. CNN was exposed for lying again in January of this year when they took a tweet from Nancy Sinatra and made an article claiming that she was unhappy that Trump was playing her father's song at his inauguration. Nancy quickly tweeted them and asked them why they lie, and then continued to congratulate Trump. CNN was forced to change the headline, but they never apologized. And then only days after lying about Nancy Sinatra, CNN offered alternative facts to suggest that they tied with Fox News in Inauguration Day views. Fact: Fox did not have a bigger Inauguration Day audience than CNN. Fact: you're a freaking retard. CNN had 3.375 million total viewers, while Fox News had 11.768 million total viewers. Now, I really wish that I could go after more than just one CNN anchor, but I've decided to go after my least favorite, and that is none other than Dumb Lemon. I really started to dislike this guy after he claimed that the kidnapping and torturing of a white autistic kid back in February was not evil.
That's what this is. It's evil. It's brutality. It's man's inhumanity to man, and
I don't think it's evil. I don't think it's evil. I think these are young people, and I think they have bad home training.
Yeah, you know, it was probably just that bad home training. Shame on those evil, nasty parents. They never sat their kids down and gave them that very important talk about how kidnapping and torturing autistic people is bad. I'm surprised little Donnie didn't take more offense to this. I mean, considering he himself is autistic. Not only is Don a lying little lemon, he's also very irrational and emotional as well. For example, every time someone says something he doesn't agree with, he seems to follow this same exact format.
Look, he's running against Hillary Clinton.
Absolutely.
He's running against the sexual harasser and abuser's enabler.
Step 1, get upset.
Donald Trump's not known to be politically correct or a politician either.
You're still, hold on, guys.
Step 2, offer to let the person who upset him finish.
Both of you are talking over me. Let me finish. And then first Kurt, and then I will let you respond.
Step 3, get triggered again and cut them off and kick them out.
Yes, I want to end it. This is the lowest of the low, and it has nothing to do with Hillary Clinton. It is just a cheap shot that... Can you please stop? Can we stop? Can we cut him off, please? Thank you. Thank you. We're done.
Don also really hates getting called fake news. Maybe this is because he's starting to realize that he is fake news, or maybe he's just so set in his own fake news ways, he still thinks he's not fake news. I don't know. All I know is that someone recently called him out on that, and then he followed his exact same SJW bratty little triggered formula, and then cut them off his show.
I think this is fake news. This is not a news story. Don,
tell me what about it is fake, Paris. We're going to go.
No.
Let me ask you. I'm going to let you finish. I'm going to let you finish. Do you actually know what the definition of fake news is? But don't call them fake because you don't agree with them. Go on.
Don, this is a fake news story, in my opinion, because the underlying
Paris,
assumption
thank you very much, everyone.
That...
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. Good night, all.
Little Donnie Lemon, you are nothing more than an irrational, emotional, frickin' dolt. He seems to be a pathetic dirtbag who can't handle opposing views. Donnie, with that kind of attitude, I don't think you're even worthy to be the host of a trash can, even though you already are the host of a trash can. And now for my favorite part of the entire video. We get to talk about the beautiful and glorious destruction of CNN. All this crap we just talked about has led up to this final day. CNN's ratings are in the toilet. In fact, even MSNBC is doing better than CNN right now. Ha! Look at that. According to The Wrap, CNN is pulling in about 651,000 daily viewers, compared to Fox News pulling in 1.4 million daily viewers. And a recent study found that CNN has earned the title of least trusted news network, while only 33% said they really believed CNN. So CNN's ratings are tanking and people no longer trust them. But that's what happens when you claim not to be biased, then show bias, spread fake news and misconstrued facts, and allow total retards to host your network. So congratulations, CNN. You played yourselves. Please give this video a like, comment below, and subscribe to my channel for new videos all the time. I'm Hunter Avallone, and I'll see you guys later.